Hi guys, it's Dakota. I hope everybody's doing well. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy the content. If you do, I hope that you'll click subscribe. I don't edit. I don't get paid, but it makes me feel happy inside. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do. It's why I'm here, because of you guys. I love it. Um, I want to talk a little bit. First, let me just say, I know that my videos, I've only been doing like one video a month for a while now. My schedule has been very busy, just very active. I do have a metaphysical store if you're new here. So I'm running my store. I teach a lot of classes. Um, I have a life. um, but I love doing the videos. I didn't used to. If you saw my very first video, you can like scroll way back to the beginning. And I'm like, you can tell that I'm just petrified. I don't like to be in front of a camera and I don't like my picture taken. So this has been a journey for me. It's been a journey for me. And which is weird, excuse me, which is weird because I'm a Gemini and I am probably one of my worst enemies is I talk a lot. I talk a lot. And I know this and I can't stop. I try to tell myself, like, okay, now you're going up to the customers, so just ask them if they need anything and how they're doing and let them know that you're there if they need you. But I swear I will go, oh, that's so cute. Where did you, oh, really? Oh, you're from California? Me too. Where, blah, 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 blah. I just can't help it. So this is a great outlet for me. If you get tired of me talking, you can just like turn me off and not have to hear me. So yeah, don't do that, please. Anyway, so I teach a lot of classes at the store, and I'm gonna try to get back to doing every other week after the first of the year. So bear with me, please. Please bear with me. Don't give up on me, because I have to get through these holidays. So, um, okay. All right. So this year, so normally I teach a Witchcraft 101 class. If you followed me, if you're a customer, you already know this, and it's a year long. And if I'm not teaching the 101 course, I will teach like once a month. We'll have a class on something. And I like, there's so many questions that we get in the store. So I love, helping people and giving them what knowledge I know, and hoping that that helps answer some of their questions or whatever. Yeah, so I enjoy doing that. Well, this year I did not do the 101 class because I had been getting, over the years, I've gotten a lot of questions, a lot of people asking me, do you teach a tarot class? Do you teach tarot? And my answer has always been, no, I don't. And the reason I don't or haven't is because I take a lot and have taken a lot of tarot classes, tarot courses. All of them, honestly, all of them have been online, a correspondence. That is not my preferred method. I prefer being in a classroom setting, so to speak, where my mentor is right there and we're feeding on each other's energies. And if this person has a question that I didn't think about, they ask the question. Now I've just gotten more information, but when it's an online course or something like that, unless it's live, unless it's like a Zoom thing, you don't have that interaction. And I'm just the kind of person, I like it, first of all, because I'm a talker, and but I miss that interaction. So the other thing is that and so because of that, I wanted I wanted to teach the tarot class, but I thought, how am I going to do this? Because the classes that I've taken, there's only been, I think there's only been maybe a handful of classes that I've taken online that were lengthy, meaning I took one class that was a correspondence. It was a year long. It was a year long, and it was great. Uh, the class itself was your basic Arthur Waite structured Rider Waite, if you're more familiar with that structure, and this is what this card means, and these are the keywords, and this is what this card means, and these are the keywords. And I could have done that on my own. In fact, I have done that on my own almost with every single deck that I own that is a weight structure. Um, the Fool, these are the key words. The Magician, these are the key words, and this is what it represents, and all of that. And but that class was a year long, and it was very much a structured class. And then I took another class that was I think it was a little over 3 months or 3 months long, and it was but it was it was correspondence online, and I didn't care so much for him, the guy that taught it. I didn't really care for his personality, but I loved how he taught. He taught out of the box. He taught a totally alternative way of looking at those cards. And I went, dude, you you and I need you. Like, I need to sit with you in a classroom, because that's how I am. I am completely out of the box. If the Fool card is about this, that's great. But when it depends on the question. It depends on the question that you're being asked, on a situation, on 1,000 things. And I also think it depends on the person. So if I look at that card and I go, okay, well, that means, the Fool card means this, but that has, how does that work with what they're asking me? They're not asking me a traditional question. They're asking me a question that sometimes I've never even thought about that question before, but it's going on in their life where they need to know. And I'll just get cards that I go, that has, I want to talk to the cards and go, look, that has nothing to do, not the card itself. The book meaning has nothing to do with the situation at hand. That is where your intuition comes into play. Or if you have some psychic abilities, I'll even go with that. However, the only issue I have with the psychic abilities is that, especially if you're doing like a final outcome, um, we're in charge of our destiny. Like we can change our destiny. In other words, we don't have to just go down that wrong path, which is just probably what the psychic is saying. Like, if you go down that path, this is what's going to happen, and I see this happening, but you shouldn't see that happening, because if they change their tune, and so I'm not sure how the person would have presented that answer to the client, or whatever. I don't like to call warrant. I don't like that word. So anyway, for me, tarot is all about what I see and how that card is speaking to me directly. I feel like I have told my students, I have a personal relationship with my cards, and I really think that you should. I have some decks that I really don't have a relationship with. And by that I mean, I can read them based on, oh, I know what the Fool card is. I know the meaning, I know the keywords, and I can do it that way. But maybe the imaging doesn't. I don't jive with the image. There's a lot of cards now that have, like, I don't know if it's an AI or whatever. I'm not all up to date with that, but we'll have like actual, real, like, human faces, human people on the cards, not in other words, not drawings and artwork and stuff like that. They don't jive with me at all. So I stay away from those decks. I don't get anything I feel nothing for those decks, unfortunately. I don't like a lot of um, I have some fantasy cards. Like I have some fairy cards and I've got some cat cards and I've got a few cards like that, but they don't they're not, I don't know. I can't get deep with them if that makes sense. So the cards that I read for my at the shop with, it's the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan, and I'm going to tell you this, it is not my favorite deck. However, that deck chose me, and I said no. And I did not want it, but I would look at the cards and I'm like, I don't get it. Why do you want me? And I mean, they were just yap, 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 yap. The messages just came really clear to me. For myself, I use the Transparent Tarot by Emily Harding, which I do have some videos, a video or whatever on those cards. And I gave it well, I guess it was kind of not a bad review, but they were so different. I couldn't understand them. Now I love them. I love them. Thank you, Emily. I do. I love them. Um, so yeah, so a personal relationship. So my relationship with cards that the witches tarot, uh, Ellen Dugan, I think. Um, I don't particularly like the images, but they're your basic tarot structured, Waite kind of Waite Smith images. But they're the ones that work for me, that talk to me, and so that's the deck that I use for reading for clients. Okay, so I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to teach a class, and I wasn't quite sure how to go about that because there's 78 cards. And I've taken some classes, like signed up for a class, paid the money, and the classes, you're covering 78 cards, and the class was 1 week long, like an hour a day, or an hour. And my thing was 78 cards in a week. There was just a lot. Some of the classes have just been like one class, just, and all they're doing literally is going, and this is the full card, this, and this is what the keywords, this is what it means. This is the magician, these are the keywords, this is what it means. I can read that in the book. I want more ideas and reflections, I guess, on the card. So I wasn't sure how I was going to teach 78 cards. That would be like, that's a long class. The way that I teach, that would have been a long class. So what I did was I taught a 3-month class, and all we covered was the majors. Covered the majors because most people don't like the majors. I love the majors. They are the elders. They are the ancestors. They are the ones that have the wisdom. They've been there, done that, and I appreciate that. And so I'm more apt to listen to them as opposed to maybe a page in the minor. Um, they don't have the experience yet. They might have a great message. They might have a great message. So I'm going to read the card. I'm going to read the card and I'm going to take the message to heart. However, that's just what I'm saying. Okay. So I taught the majors, and then next year, 2025, I'll be teaching a class. We'll be covering the minors. So that's the court cards and the numbered cards. And we're going to be throwing in a couple of spreads and things like that, which we did. We did a couple of spreads with the majors, but that is that this major is yelling at this major because, hey, I'm the king. Yes, but I'm the emperor, or not the king. I'm the emperor and I'm the magician, or whatever, and they're battling. So anyway, so what I've been doing over the past few months, the class pretty much done. The class is done. I've already written the class out. It's pretty much done. But now I'm going back through and I'm editing it and I'm taking away stuff that I was like, I don't need to put that in there, and adding stuff that I really enjoy, whatever. So I came across this thing in one of my journals, my old tarot journals. Um, I went through all of my journals, not all of them, but I went through a bunch of my journals from different classes that I had taken that I really, really liked, and went through those journals and started writing my notes. That's how I got my notes together for my class. And anyway, I found some spreads that we had covered in one of the classes. And one of the spreads that stuck out was the Celtic Cross. And even in my notes, I said, yeah, I don't like the Celtic Cross that much. But when I first started reading tarot um, at my store, I was doing the Celtic Cross, but the thing with it was, there's 10 cards, and that is a lot of information to process. I think if you are struggling with a job situation, a relationship, just, whatever, or you just have these questions, or this happened and you need some clarity, 10 cards is a lot of information to digest. I didn't care for it. I really didn't care for it that much. So and there are readers, probably almost every reader that I know personally, who really kind of, you just end up developing your own spreads, hey, I'm going to try this, and you try it, and either you're like, yeah, that didn't work, or, oh, I like that, that worked, So I came up with my version. It's a 6-card spread where I use just the middle part of the Celtic Cross. I don't use the side. If you know the Celtic Cross, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you can look it up. But I use 6 cards. I use 7 cards. I use 6 cards, and then the 7th card is I'll tell you when we get there. All right, I'm going to put you on pause. I'm just going to show you the spread real quick. And I'm just going to go through the cards really quick to show you how it works for me. And you'll see. Be right back. Okay, and sorry guys, if you're new here, yes, I'm in my dining room. I'm not in my witch cottage, because guess what? It's raining today. So I'm over here. I'm in my dining room, and all I have is this little part of my table. Sometimes I do my videos up in my witch room, which is my devotional room, but I really don't and I do have a small area where I do my own tarot, but it's not big enough to show you this. So I'm out here going to show you. Okay. I've been shuffling the cards while I'm talking to y'all, and let me let's put that back. I'll just cut them in 3. So I don't know why this is a thing, why tarot readers do this. I don't know. I wish I could answer you. Why do I do it? I don't know, because it's in the majority of classes that I took, they showed that. So you cut it in 3. I'm like, okay, I don't know why. Maybe because 3 is like one of those magical numbers or something. You can, or you don't have to. Whatever. You do what you need to do for you. That's how you do tarot. Okay, so I don't have a name for this spread. So if you have a name for this, let me know in the comments. I may or may not use it, but I don't have a name for this. All right, so the first card, I'm going to lay down this. I'm going to lay the first 2 cards upside down, or face down, not upside down. And this is about what you think, who you are and what you think, what you're wanting, kind of thing. The second card I lay on top, card number 2. And card number 2 is about letting go of things that don't serve your highest good. And I did read one on a, I don't know where, I think it was online, and it was called the snake skin. They called it the snake skin because a snake sheds the old skin, and the old skin doesn't serve its, because it doesn't serve its highest good anymore, because they've grown. The snake has grown. So I just call this the shed, so that I'm not stealing someone's, their own personal name for their thing. So yeah, so this is the shed, and that is what needs to let go of, what you need to let go of in order to manifest that card right there. All right, then we're going to go upright, and I pulled the five of Pentacles. I can't see because of the glare. I hope you can see that. Five of Pentacles, and it goes right here. I move this down. My table's not quite big enough. So the Five of Pentacles is as above, as above. And I'm pretty sure that I've heard people do this spread in that way, as above and so below. So below is, I'm sorry, so as above, for me, as above that is spirit talking. That is the universe talking. That is your messengers, your spirit guides, your ancestors, that higher power, however you want to call that, whatever is speaking to you. It could be your intuition, whatever it is, however you want to call that, that is as above. Okay, that's how I use that card. And as below, I have the High Priestess. And as below, I use as below is how you use this message, how you use this message that's given to you, that's been given to you. Whether that's from your spirit guides, the ancestors, angels, the divine, your own intuition, however you get your messages from. This is how you're going to use that, how you're going to put that into your life and use that message. All right. To this side is as within, goes right here, as within, Four of Wands. So as within that's about what you want to, what is coming, like kind of what is coming. It's not a final, it's not a final outcome, because we are in control of our own destiny, our own future. In my personal belief, big red disclaimer, my personal belief on that is that we are in charge of our own destiny and our own future. Yes, things happen, but is that part of this message? So this is as within, what is coming, what does the future look like, that kind of thing. And then as without, this and I get the Death card. Perfect, because the Death, I love the Death card is probably one of my favorite cards. The Death card absolutely is about shedding. It is about moving forward, letting go of the past, letting go of those things that do not serve your highest good. Find the strength and move forward. Move forward. That's what this is. And so that is the as without, okay? It's about without that old thinking, without that old baggage. That's how I see it. All right, and then I'm going to put this card, usually I lay it down here like this at the bottom. There's no room at my table. I'm just going to lay it here for now, put these down. All right, I'm going to talk about card number 1. I'm going to pull it, and card number 1 is that card, like what you think, where you think you are right now in life. That, just that, like where you think you are in life, and that can be good or bad. If something's happened, then you think you're in a horrible spot. If life has been good, the opposite. We have the Knight of Swords. Hi-ho silver. Hold on. You really think that you've got it. You think that you are on the go with it. You have a great message to deliver, and you're feeling quite strong about it. However, you know, if you look at this particular card, he's in a suit of armor. So, you know, that could be a cautionary thing there. Like, are you off to battle? You want it so bad, and it's a sword, so this is everything in your mind. You want it so bad that are you willing to charge full steam ahead and go for it? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And I'm going to tell you why in just a second. I'll put this down. And then we have the shed, okay, the shed, and that is the Page of Wands. Well, we do have a lot of, well, yeah, we got a lot of higher upper kind of guys. Although the page, for me now, the page, see, it's a younger person who's delivering a message. However, carrying a wand, and wands are fire, so they're inspiration, motivation, goals. They are about success. They are, it's movement. Wands are about movement. And I believe that if you look at where you are and what he's saying, you can see that he's telling you, get a move on, go for it, you know. It's a good idea to go for it, but think about it. You got to think about it. That's a sword. You got to think about it. Don't just, you know, go fly off the handle and all of that. But he's letting you know to shed those old patterns. You've got to get rid of the past in order to move forward. Not get rid of, but you need to let go of the triggers and all of that to move forward. So as I look this, the as above is because right now, you know, Spirit is saying, hey, you know, that's kind of looking slim. Pentacles, you know, it's the money card, it's the coin card. There's not much on that tree. This one, however, right down here is a snowdrop, and that just shows new life. So again, that reaffirms this for me, that there may not be slim pickings now, and Spirit is telling you, you don't have much. You don't have much to go on. You want to go. You got the idea and you want to go. Page is telling you, let go of what you got, because right now you're holding on to something that isn't serving your highest good. And the High Priestess, this is so below. How are you going to use this message? How are you going to use this message? How are you going to use it? You're going to go within and you're going to use your intuition. You're going to use what you have. You're going to find some balance with your emotions, and you're going to go within. This is like, she's really the higher power. You know, she really is a higher power. And when I first laid it, I was like, oh shoot, I wish she was as above. But you know what? As below, this is how you're going to use this message with her strength. With her strength, use that. You've got the strength to do it. You've got the strength to move forward, get out of this position, which is, you know, you're thinking about it, but how are you going to do it? He's telling you, by letting go, you got to move forward, let go. As within, celebrate. There's going to be a celebration. It's going to happen. Four of Wands. Yeah, that's a good card. You know, it's a celebration. It's a highlight. It's a good card. When we go to as without, this again, old thinking, old ways. Hey, you got to move on. I told you, this is the shed card. This was the shed card. And the page is telling you, you got to let go of the old in order to, and look, he's on that white horse. So is he. And look, boom, 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 boom. Think about it. Think about it. You got to let go of old thinking, old habits, old ways, old patterns. Those things are not serving your highest good. You're going to end right back here as above, which sounds really good, but as above is Spirit telling you to use your intuition, think about what you're doing, go in, let go of the old, and get moving on it, whatever it is. All right. Justice. Perfect. Balance. You have to find some balance in this thinking and doing. And this is what's preventing you from doing that. You're too busy in this negative mindset here to get away from it. It can be a celebration. Go within, let it go, find that balance. You have to find that balance. That's how I read it. I like this spread just for that. It tells a great story. You can read it in any order that you want. This is just how I read it. And I'm sure I am not the designer of this. I have not seen this before. I mean, I have seen these types of spreads before, but not using those the wordings and stuff that I'm using, the intentions or the meanings or whatever it is. So I really like that. Sorry, I heard something. I was like, wait a minute. So yeah, I really like that. Pardon me. I really like that, and I like this. I might consider. I use a 4-card spread with a 5. That last card that kind of brings it all together at the store. And really, you know, I might try this after the first of the year, and with a couple of clients, some of my regular clients, and see how they like it. See if it gives any deeper. And I am fast like that too. Not quite as fast. I give the client time if they have a question or something to ask. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you because, like I said, I'm putting together the class for next year, and I'm really excited about it. I am hoping that it will work out to my advantage. Maybe I should do that spread for me, huh? Maybe that spread was for me because I'm thinking about it. I want to go for it, and I'm thinking about it. I think it's going to be good. I need to use my intuition to make that final decision, and Spirit is saying, you got to let go of, yeah, you got to let go of that mindset, let go of it, and the page and that death card. I love the death card. Oh my gosh, I love the death card. It's so powerful. What a powerful message it is. That is it. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. If not, if it's something personal and you want to private message me, absolutely. It might take me a day or two before I respond, so please be patient with that part. If there's anything that you would like to have a video on, same thing, leave me a comment, let me know. If you have a name for that spread that I could call it, put that out there. Maybe I'll use it. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's all I have today. I hope that you had a great Samhain. I hope that if you celebrate, I hope that you had a great Halloween. I hope that you got lots of goodies. And if you went out trick-or-treating, and we are getting ready. Oh my gosh, we're gearing up for Thanksgiving and gearing up for Yule. And I know that we, pagan umbrella term, we've already celebrated our Thanksgiving. But, do what you need to do. All right. that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And if you enjoyed it, if you would just hit subscribe, that would be really great. Helps me know that you liked it. And again, if you have any questions or whatever, you can either leave it in the comments or you can private message me. So, all right, that's it. Be kind, take care, see you next time. Bye, guys. Love you.